What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining. Happy Wednesday. Got a good one here for you. Thank you so much for everybody for joining. Let's see who we got. Looks like we got a few people in the chat already. We got Jason. What's up, bros? What's up, Jason? Heath Smith says, I think I'm addicted to this music now. Yeah, man, it's a good one, dude. Jason says it's a banger. That's right. We got Mike in the house. What's up, my people? What's up, Mike? Curtis is in the house. What's up, fellas? What's up, Curtis? Got Michael Newsome. Hi, everyone. What's up, Michael? Jason says, what are the odds I get Frosthaven before Christmas? Probably the same as Rufus and Steven getting their darkest dungeon pledges. Yeah, that's probably true, man. I don't know. Hopefully you do get it before Christmas. That would be an awesome Christmas gift, my man. We got Cam in the house. What's up, man? Tim, evening, everyone. Okay. Good to see you. Let's go. We got Sebastian in the house. Tiff says hi to everyone. What's up, Tiff? Awesome. Very cool. So we are doing a top 10 list. It's actually more like 13. I was playing around with this idea. What exactly the list was going to entail. I didn't know if this was going to be a top 10 new games to me in 2022. So this could be older games, 2016, 2017, whatever it is. I ended up deciding to just do new games in 2022, at least from what Board Game Geek listed them as. This also includes some of the later titles in 2021. So we're talking like October, November, December. So people are either just getting these games delivered. So, they're still really new to them and stuff like that. So that is the list. So I landed on 13. I haven't played as many as some of these other channels and whatnot, but I played a decent amount. So we're going to get into all that. Also, with this list, feel free to just tell me your top 10 or top whatever games that are either new to you or top 2022 games. If you played only 2022 games, whatever you want, just let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to see that. Also, if you haven't yet, please smash that like button. It seriously helps me out. It truly means a lot. And if you do want to, what am I saying? If you do want to, you should already be subscribed. If not, hit that subscribe button. But if you do want to support the channel even more, I do have a Patreon page. I have a one-time PayPal support. So anything helps. I truly appreciate it. And thank you to all my patrons. You guys absolutely rock. Let's see. Looking good. Did you lose a bit of weight? No, I did not. No, I think it's just because you guys really don't see me too much anymore, like in the big camera. It's usually just in that little box. So no, I didn't lose any weight though. 30% chance. I feel like I won't receive my copy until 30% chance. At least Tim's giving some odds, right? Lucky 13. There you go. Very cool. Very cool. So like I said, I landed on 13. Now, I found I don't like doing these top lists. I honestly struggled from 7 to number 2. I really struggled. I feel like any one of those games, probably this entire list, could probably be placed anywhere in the list. I struggled so much deciding what to put over what. I feel like this list especially is one of those, the last game I played is probably going to be ranked higher than the other ones. I do have a clear number 1, and I do think the bottom 3 are kind of, I feel good about where they are. But again, the other ones, just understand, this is just, I honestly finished this list probably a few hours before this video, but I had the video planned for some time. It was just that hard. And plus there was a game I even forgot about. I was like, how could I forget this game? But how many of your top 10 feature orange dice? Let's see. That's a great question, man. Not that one. That does. Not that one. I forgot if that has orange dice. So far, it's looking like 1. Maybe 2. Maybe 2. So that's good. That's good. That's a great question, though, Michael. That's a fantastic question. Okay, so without further ado, let's start in with the number 13. I am going to give a brief description of the games. Not a description, but just kind of, what I tended to like about some of them. Maybe what I disliked. Whatever. This list is going to be ever changing throughout this entire list. Oh, one thing I also did want to say before we get to that. It is Curtis, but you might be unhappy with where it is in the list. But it is on the list, man. Before we get to that too, the last time I did a list like this, last year, I put the brew, my favorite brew of the year. I don't have the can, but I got a picture. So that award goes to Magic Hydra by Tripping Animals Brewing Company. So what I did was I just put a little image that is just going to sit. This is the Magic Hydra. The brew is just going to sit right here. I love this stuff. This is a sour brew. This thing is honestly fantastic. I've never been one that's really good at explaining the taste of beer and stuff like that, but this has been my favorite that I've tried this year. I absolutely love this stuff. So this is by, again, Tripping Animals Brewing Company. This is Magic Hydra. It's got these awesome three-headed, this Hydra's on the can. Fantastic artwork. I love this stuff. Let's see. Perseverance, Dead Reckoning, Burn Cycle are my favorite from 2022. Also, all three are in my top 10 of all time. Burn Cycle is in your top 10 of all time. That is awesome, man. That is awesome. Okay, so let's get into number 13. 13. This is more of a recent acquisition. This is Dark Souls, the new core sets. This is by Steamforged Games. And I should say, this being at the bottom of the list, I still kind of enjoyed the game. I gave it I think a 6 point, what did I give it? A 6.9, I think, rating at the time, right after I played it. I do have a playthrough of this on the channel. I really like the weapon system in this game and the pusher luck element. I think it's a lot of fun just being able to upgrade your gear easily. I feel like the gear is pretty powerful. So you're browsing for the new equipment that you want. You see stuff that you can, and I feel like gaining the stats is pretty easy as well. So you can get the equipment pretty easily. I just really like it, and being able to swap between your pack and what you're actually using at the time. I really like that. And I do kind of like the idea of, hey, you're going to die. You're going to have to restart, right? So you're going to have to fight off these encounters that you've already beaten. I kind of like that in theory. But I can kind of see it, and I think even in the playthrough, I was starting to get a little, all right, let's move past this. Because I think what tended to happen was the encounters, since you're probably going to have to replay them a few times, the encounters tended to be a little too easy, at least the level 1 encounters. So they just didn't feel too fun after some time. I think that's what I'm looking for. I did enjoy the dice combat. Again, like I said, I enjoyed the pusher luck system that I had going for it, but replaying the same encounters over and over again, having to, tear down that stuff, reset it back up. It just kind of, I can see that kind of putting me off a little bit. Now it does have, at least in the new core sets, they do have some rule changes. From what it sounds like, some house rule changes that people were already doing. I do like the new rules. I was taking a look at the changes. I didn't play the old core set, but I did look at some of the changes and they sounded pretty good. So I do like they have something like a halfway, like a checkpoint that you can reach, so you don't have to play the encounters before that. I do really like that. In the game, or in this box, I should say, there is a decent amount, but for the price, at least from what Steamforged was asking for, I don't think it was worth it. I think there should have been more included in this box, especially since they put out 2 core sets. I just feel, and you're probably going to want both of them. So for, at least from on Steamforge's website, it was 110. I think later on I saw that for 85 on Game Nerds, which I think is a lot better. But still, for the amount of content that you get in the box, I would have liked to see the price even a little bit cheaper than 85. But again, I really liked some things that the game had going for it. But some of those things, like I said, the repetitiveness tearing down the stuff, resetting it back up. I think over time that would start to be, let's move on from this, and especially with only having one major boss and one mini boss in this, I would have liked to see more for the price. Let's see. Busy Gathering Dust. You got Dark Souls on here at all? Yeah, man. Yeah, I threw it on there. I did like some stuff that I had going for it. So that is number 13. Number 12. That is going to go to Lord of the Rings, the card game. This is the revised edition. So I have everything from Marvel Champions. I wanted to dive into this a little bit more, or into this system. It's basically, it follows closely to Marvel Champions, and I think what was the other one? I'm forgetting the name of it. It's like not the Eldritch Horror, but the name is slipping from me. But they all kind of follow suit with the same systems, kind of, by making little tweaks here and there. Ultimately, I like the Lord of the Rings theme better than Marvel. Overall, I like Marvel Champions more than this, but I like the theme a little bit. I wanted to jump in, see what it was about. To me, personally, it is a little bit harder than Marvel Champions, but I think that thematic element is there. You know, you got your warriors, you got to pick 3 of them. I kind of like the resource gathering. If you pick different heroes that offer different types of resources, you know, you're going to have to be smart. You're going to have to, you know, you can only play certain cards by gaining resources from certain heroes and stuff like that. But going on these quests and stuff like that, whether it's Escape from Dol Guldur or Through the Mirkwood and stuff like that, I feel like it's pretty thematic, and I really like that for it. So for me, at least, it's fun to, hey, we're playing Marvel Champions, or at least I am a lot more. It's fun to bust this out occasionally, to change up the mechanics a little bit, and to go on like these thematic adventures, if you will. But like I said, it is pretty hard for me, at least, but it is a lot of fun. So that is Lord of the Rings card game, the revised edition. All right, next up, we have, and shout out to my man Nate. Hope you're doing well, my man. This is Batman, the animated series. I do believe, I don't know if this is 2022 or this was towards the end of the year in 2021. It was one of those. But I gotta admit, man, when I saw the cover, and you know, I see that, I never watched the show, but looking at the artwork and stuff like that, I was kind of like, you know, I feel like the game was going to be not silly, but, you know, I don't know how to describe it, really. I didn't think it was going to be as much as it actually turned out to be. This game is pretty complex. It is a legit crawler. The minis are really good. There's a lot of minis. You get a lot of stuff in this box alone. And it is an in-depth. There's a lot of rules, a lot of different things that you're going to have to pay attention to. But it is a fantastic game. My favorite part about this is that dice system. That is just badass. Rolling the dice and being able to share that for you know, your character, your fellow teammate on your left and your right. You get to choose where those dice are placed. So maybe you can give your partner more movement, or, you know, more ranged attack, stuff like that. I love that system. I haven't seen that before, and I think they implemented that in the Ninja Turtles. This is IDW games, but I really like that system. It's a lot of fun. And like I said too, the game is pretty in-depth. I was, honestly, when I started reading the rule book, I was taken aback a little bit by it. I just didn't think it was going to be as involved as it was, but it turned out to be a pleasant surprise. Really like this one. I think the scenario that I played on the live stream, I think I was against Joker and Harley Quinn or something like that. It was a lot of fun. It was a blast. But I really like this game. It is a lot of fun. Once you get the rules down, it's a lot of, hey, I'm going to slingshot over here and stuff like that. All right, I'm going to give you more, you know, movement at the beginning of the round. There's a lot of cooperation. I really like that. So this was a lot of fun. This was a pleasant surprise. Let's see. We got Travis. What's up, Travis? I wanted to love Lord of the Rings, but it was too hard for me. It is hard. It is a tough game, for sure. The Batman box makes me nostalgic for Barman. Yeah, man. Yeah. Like I said, I never got into the TV show, but I could definitely see that. I know a lot of people were into this. This is Gabriel's favorite dice chucker of all time. That's right, Mike. You were telling us he mixed in the Ninja Turtles with the Barman and stuff like that. That's awesome. That is fantastic, dude. Rest in peace, Kevin Conroy. Oh, did somebody... I did not know that. Yeah, that's terrible, man. Like I said, I don't know anything behind the show or anything like that. Yeah, that sucks, though. That sucks, man. Okay. All right. Moving on to number 10. I'm a little scared to get this one out. I'm a little scared. Man's might be a little upset with me. This is Return to Dark Tower. So this came in at number 10. Even though it's number 10, he voiced Batman. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that sucks to hear, man. That's terrible. Okay. So moving on to number 10. I liked all these games. So even though this is at 10, I still really like the game. For all of these games except 2, I do have playthroughs on the channel. But Return to Dark Tower, gorgeous production. I don't think anybody can deny that. The tower is amazing. All the components that you get are absolutely amazing. The skulls, putting the skulls into the tower, watching them fall throughout the board. The board art is fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous production. And I did like the gameplay. I like the decisions that you got to make. Getting more warriors and stuff like that while going on these quests, doing all the stuff like that. The app integration is fantastic. I really enjoyed that. I did really enjoy my play of it. It's great. I don't know what else to say about things I didn't like. It was a little long for me, but that was just me personally. That was the first playthrough of mine that I did. I can definitely see the play going down a little bit. There's 4 characters in the box. There's a lot of stuff that you get inside of the box. I enjoyed it, man. I did enjoy going around this gorgeous board, doing all these different types of actions, having to remove the skulls so, you didn't have your buildings get removed and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun. I did really enjoy my play of it. I don't think there's anything negative that I got to say about it. It just kind of fell into number 10 for me. It just kind of fell into, let's see. I don't know if Curtis is pissed or not. Let's see. Barman is surely better than this one. Oh, that's what he's talking about. 5-hour playthrough. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a long one. But I did really like the game. I did. It's just this is just kind of where it fell for me at number 10. But again, like I mentioned at the beginning, all of these games are those types of games that if I play them, it's probably going to rise a lot on these lists. This was a hard one to do. That's why I put it in the title. At least it made the list, Curtis. See, where's the positivity? Thank you, Tim. Thank you. So that was number 10. Number 9. I kind of wish this was real right now. Just grab one. Drink. I should have got some for the stream. I should have. Okay. Number 9. This might be a little bit of a shocker, especially since Return to Dark Tower was number 10. But I just had so much fun with this one. This was a lot of fun. This is Skate Summer. Skate Summer, dude. I love this game. I used to skateboard hardcore. I used to go to schools, other buildings, abandoned buildings and stuff, warehouses, and throughout my neighborhood with my friends. I used to skateboard a lot for a bunch of years. So I have that factor going for me. But more than that, this is just a small, compact game about skateboarding, but it's got this push your luck element that I just think is so fun. You got this board, and you have to play these cards down, and you have to decide whether you're going to stop or keep performing tricks. And if you keep performing tricks, there's a potential that you're going to bail. You're going to fall off the board. You're going to crash. But even crashing isn't the worst thing because you're going to get you're still going to get a benefit from, what the other players are going to have. It's just not going to be as much. You're going to have to remove that last trick that you played. But this is just a lot of fun. So it's like 2 games in this. So there's like that push your luck element. You're, performing on your board. You're playing these tricks down. But after that, you're going to move your figure around on the board, going to different locations, gaining more tokens from the board, and ultimately whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins. I love this game. It's just, I had so much fun with this. This is just, it surprised me a lot. It really did. And you know what? I think it does have something going for it where this is a more recent play that I played, or game that I played, I should say. It's just so much fun, man. It's lightweight. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like the feeling that you get with like Quacks, or what was the other one? Cubitos. So, like one of those types of feelings. Just a lightweight, fun, but it's got that push your luck. I just had such a blast with it. I think it was like $40 on Game Nerds. Well worth it. This is a really fun one. Had a blast, and I love the artwork. Fantastic. This is the retail version. I know in the deluxe there's a little bit more skaters and stuff like that. The components are a little bit more high quality, but I think for now I'm perfectly fine with the retail. But this is a fantastic game. Fantastic. So that is I don't see any box screams radical. Yeah, man. Yeah. Absolutely. It's a great word for it, Jason. Curtis, I do hope you're not too upset at number 10 being Return to Dark Tower. I do apologize. Okay, that was number 9, Skate Summer. Number 8 is, I do have it back here. I'm going to get out the stretch goals box. This is The Great Wall. Had a lot of fun with this one too. This is a worker placement game. I only played this solo. Most of all these games I played solo. But with this one, fantastic minis. I do have the mini version. Fantastic. The artwork, everything on the production side is top notch. I love building up the walls. It's a lot of fun. And then placing your warriors down and tokens to identify that you have defeated certain parts of the horde invading the wall. I just love it, man. I think it's a fantastic worker placement. I do really like the theme. It's super cool. Building up that wall is a lot of fun. I think it's great, and I think the solo mode in this is fantastic as well. I had a lot of fun playing this. It's just, when I think about it, I think about it fondly. It's just, I don't see any negatives to it. I think even if you had the Meeple version, I still think that's fine. The minis, like I said, though, are fantastic. But The Great Wall, I had a blast playing it, and I look forward to future plays of this as well. The game is really a lot of fun. More fun than it has any right to be. That's right, Mike. That's right. Dude's going to have MD2 as his number 1, number 10. No, it's not my number 1, man. But that is one of the games. That is the game that, after I was making this list, I had 12. And I completely forgot about Massive Darkness 2. I was like, oh shit, Massive Darkness 2. How could I forget about that? So yeah, that's number 8, The Great Wall. Highly recommend this one. Let's put this down here. Let's see. Okay. Number 7, moving right along. This is Marvel Zombies. Marvel Zombies. Had a blast with this one too. I do think I only have 2nd edition and this. I do like this more than 2nd edition. I think, at least in this one, you're only playing as the heroes. I know in the full version you're going to be able to play as the zombies. You're going to have to, I think you're going around eating people or something like that. I forgot exactly. But in this, you are playing as the heroes, and you're fighting off superhero zombies as well. What I really like about this one is they took away the searching for the items. You have built-in powers, and those powers are pretty strong. One of my favorite things about 2nd edition was when they introduced the Ghostbusters. And the reason why is because the starting equipment that you get with the Ghostbusters are really strong. I say really strong. Yeah, I think really strong is the right description word for it. They're not overpowered, but you don't feel like you have to search around, spending all this time searching through buildings. And that's what I really like about this. They've actually, they've taken away, at least in this box, taken away the searching for items completely. Instead, you can just, I think, what is it? It's not skills, but wherever, you can just perform an action to search for like one-time use effects, but that just basically aid your hero. But technically you don't need them. They are useful, but your built-in power, your weapon, is more than enough. But it doesn't mean you're just going to go wipe the board with all these zombies. But I guess ultimately what I'm saying is you're not just walking around at the start with a pistol or an axe or something like that. You feel like you can take out some zombies, and I really like that. I love the artwork in this. Fantastic. The minis in here are fantastic. I mean, it is, I know Simon, is this straight from Simon? So this is Spin Master, but they worked with Simon, right? And for this box in particular, it's very small. I think this was $35 off Amazon. So for what you get in this box for $35, being a full Zombicide experience with those positives that I was mentioning, I think it's a fantastic game. I think I had a lot of fun playing this. It's just great. And it's such a small form factor. There's not a crazy amount of stuff in the box, but like I said, you're still getting a full experience. So it's not going to take as long setting up, tearing down. You know, some of these games, like I mentioned a bunch of times, you don't want to pull off the shelf because it's going to take maybe 15, 20 minutes to set up. This is not one of those. Maybe when all the extra stuff comes, it is going to turn into that, but at least for now, fantastic game. Highly recommend this as like a gift if you're looking for, you know, maybe to get your niece or nephew into board games or whoever, and you don't know what to get them. Maybe they're into Marvel, maybe they're, you know, they just dip their toes into board games and you want to get them something. I think this is a fantastic gift. Let's see. With this 8, I'll probably be joining you at the... What, this? Get out of here, man. Oh, wait, you talking about the Great Wall, Mike? You're all in on the Great Wall. What you talking about? How many chairs at the available WTF? Yeah, right, Dan. Let's see. I wonder if Marvel Zombies will go up with all this stretch goals and expansions arrive. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. But I think the system for me, I think this is kind of where it falls. But that's possible. That's possible. I think the Undead Alive is going to be the best one when the dust settles. That's possible. That theme is really nice. Really nice. And Jason and who else just got it on the Discord? I forgot. Anthony. Anthony just got it. Black Play would be my favorite no matter what, Mike. It just checks all the boxes. I haven't played that. That's possible. It could be. Could be. I think CMON gets too much hate, to be honest. I'm always excited for their games. They do make some really good games. What's up, man? How's it going, dude? They do make some fantastic games, for sure. All right, so that is number 7. Number 7. Let's put that back, actually. All right. That was number 7. Number 6. Number 6. Oh. It's not as high as some of us might have thought. It's not as high as some of us might have thought. Massive Darkness 2. And Dan, I got a game coming up that you might appreciate on here. Don't save a seat at the WTF table just yet. I think I got a little surprise that's gonna make Dan a little happy. So Massive Darkness 2, Hellscape, fantastic game. I love it. Even though Tim and Matt, I think it was more Tim, couldn't quite grasp it. I think he was a little too deep into the brews, but love this game. I have a few playthroughs up on the channel. It's a great dice chucker. I love every character has their own little mini game that they have going on, but it's not distracting from the main game. I really like that. And the mini games are a lot of fun. They're really different from each other. It's just really cool to try out all the characters to see what they provide. It's a lot of fun. And the board, even though it seems massive, like maybe on the table you got these large tiles, the spaces that the characters go in aren't that big. So it's not as big as you might think. I think it's got a lot of cool stuff going for it. I do like the mob stuff. You got to take out the, the leader, and then you can take out the rest of the minions and stuff like that. I love the roaming monsters. It's a lot of fun. It's a great dice chucker. It does seem like the more you go up in characters, the harder it could get. It feels like that a little bit because the enemy's gonna be rolling more dice when they're doing attacks and stuff like that. But either way, a lot of fun. I got a lot of content for it. I'm excited about playing this again. We'll see about getting it back to the channel, but fantastic game. And this is one I ended up passing on, but later on I ended up getting a lot of stuff for it later on for a more expensive price, of course, right? That's how it goes sometimes. But fantastic game. Highly recommend this one. Massive Darkness 2, and the minis are fantastic. I mean, it's CMON, right? So Massive Darkness 2, that is number 6. Okay. This is the one I think Dan is going to be happy about. So you guys can stop crying, all right? The hate comes from their FOMO practices. True to Vang is kind of a dud. All right. We're about halfway through. I will say, if you guys haven't yet, please click that like button. It seriously helps me out. I see we've got to get that like ratio going on. Let's go. Let's go. It seriously helps me out. I do appreciate it, all of you guys. All right. So, number 5. All right, here we go. This is the one, Dan. This is the one. There you go. There you go. Think we can be happy now, right? Mackin Arcana, 3rd edition. Really like this one. I actually haven't played this for quite some time. I have 3 playthroughs on the channel. 2 of the playthroughs are for the same session. That is the longest playthrough that I have, I think. Altogether, with both streams, it came out to 12 hours. 12 hours. What's up, Barrett? Meet me at the table. Coming in a little late. No worries, man. Thank you so much for joining. MD2 on my radar to pick up soon. There you go. There you go. I still haven't tabled MD2. Yeah, man. You got to. You have to, man. Thank goodness. See? There we go. There we go. Little redemption, fellas. Little redemption. Mackin Arcana, 3rd edition. Really like this game. I really like the upgrading of the weapons and the gear and stuff. How you can tag on, you know, making them even stronger and stuff like that. I love the board. This one really feels like, you know, you're playing a real crawler. You don't know, you know, when you move over from tile to tile, you don't know exactly what you're going to get. It just really feels like there's that element of surprise. I like that there's a limit of monsters on the board, but those monsters are pretty strong. I really like this, and I love the artwork on there. Fantastic. Just a lot of fun. Really enjoyed all of my plays of this. I got to get this one back out to the table. It's been too long. Soon, probably at the start of next year. I'm going to get this one back out to the table, but fantastic. The story is great as well. There's a lot of thematic elements in there as you're playing through the game. You have these cards, and all of them have like a novel of text written on them, but if you take the time to read through that stuff, it's great, man. It really puts you into the game a lot more. I think the stories have been great. I know Curtis even wrote a little bit for the game, which is awesome. Congratulations again to Curtis. Matt made it. Matt Rose, what's up, man? For real, you are like one of the only YouTubers that I think could actually hang out with a... I could, man. I could. You still haven't played the campaign that I wrote. We'll get to it, man. Just let me know. Maybe the next playthrough that I do, I'll play that one. I'll play that one. And that is your stream, boys. It's actually the number 1. This was hard. Like I said, from 7 to number 2, there's a clear number 1 for me personally. From 7 to number 2, all of these games could fluctuate. Whatever one I play last will be the number 2. This was a really tough list to make. This isn't my top 10 of all time. This is just 2022 and at the later, October, November, December of 2021. So yeah, Mackin Arcana 3rd edition. Really excited about getting this one back out to the table. But had a lot of fun with this one. A lot of fun. So that is number 5. Okay, number 4. I hope this box doesn't take up the entire camera. But this is Euthia. The big old microwave box. Rufus dubbed it before. Euthia, I really like this one, man. I did a review of this game. I did a bunch of playthroughs of it. It's a lot of fun. This gives me, at least with the gear, upgrading your weapons, being able to get gems to socket into, your gear and stuff like that, getting rings, amulets, all that sort of stuff, potions. This feels to me, at least that aspect, like Diablo 2. I played a lot of Diablo 2 back in my day. It's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite PC games, and that gear system reminds me of it. Plus, with the current solo mode that it has going for it, drawing the card for the enemy, it determines what kind of role they have, and you can mitigate that role somehow along with yours. But they also have tokens that the cards are going to tell them to spend or not. I really like this system. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it has a lot of great decisions going on in the game. Every place you go to that you need to buy stuff from, or maybe you see some gear over there that you really want to get. Well, that's at a certain location. Every location that you buy gear at, you have to fight an enemy to, I forget what they called it, but to basically allow you to, go to that location and buy stuff. There's constant battles. There's no getting around that. Plus, with the elementals on the board, that's going to affect die rolls. So there can be a lot to pay attention to as far as the dice, but it is a dice chucker. I just really like the decisions it has going on in the game. I like the tile system that it has. But my God, this is probably the biggest table hog that I have. I check out the review. I have a short little section in there about all the components that you have to get to actually set up the game. It's a lot. You can tell by the size of this box, it is humongous. I did go in for a little bit of the new stuff. I didn't go in for everything on the latest campaign, as I do really like the game. But all the characters, they have unique characters that each have their own powers and skills that you can upgrade throughout. I finally, in the last playthrough, I built a set. If you build a set of armor and stuff like that, the set becomes even stronger. I just like a lot of stuff that it has going for it. I think another one of the things that I really wanted to have is maybe a little bit longer sessions. I think this game really rewards longer sessions where you can really start to get that gear that's going to make you stronger and stuff like that. Really love this game. It is just one of those games, though, that it has suffered from being so big and having so much stuff in the box. There have been times where I would say, hey, I want to play Euthia, but I don't feel like setting all that stuff up. But really love this game. That is Euthia, Torment of Resurrection. That is by Dia Games. Fantastic game. Okay. Number 3. Man, was this hard. This is the latest blockbuster, Oathsworn. This is Oathsworn. I have the minis box here. Oathsworn coming in at number 3. What should I say about this? It's got a lot of mechanics going for it. I love the story, the narration. The story has been fantastic. We've had some epic moments throughout. I think the last chapter I played was 4. I am going to get it back to the channel at some point. But man, the story had some ups and downs already. I think it's really brought you on this journey. Really makes you feel like you're, on this journey, unlike some other campaign games. But then when you get to the battle itself, I love and I said this before, one of my favorite things is probably the Conan, Batman, Gotham City Chronicles, and now Oathsworn gem management system. So you can either go all out, spending all of your gems, having this big turn, or you can, spend a little bit to maybe have more left over. It's not as much as in Conan and Batman Gotham City Chronicles, but it is there. And then you have the system where the cards go around your player sheet. I love that. The battle flow system. I think it's fantastic. And the board is gorgeous. The minis are fantastic. They're larger than normal. It's just a great production. Fantastic job. I also love the ability to either use the dice or to use cards, whichever one you prefer. So if you use the cards, you might be able to predict kind of what's coming up, but the dice just have that unpredictability, that chaos that I love. And plus it's got that, if you roll the crits, you can keep on rolling. I love seeing that. So it's got a lot of these really cool mechanics going for it. It's just a fantastic game. It is a little bit long, and I do think some of the bosses you really kind of got to pay attention to, because they each, it's so far, and this is probably going to continue throughout the whole campaign, they each provide very unique ways of moving and behaving. So that is something to look out for. Another thing I really like, and I've been saying this probably every playthrough, I love that ability to have the companions. So you have to roll with 4 heroes. But what do you, if you're playing solo or even with 2 players, 3 players, whatever it is, that 4th player or that, those 3 extra characters, they can all be companions. Or I even just watched Kanji. Kanji actually did a playthrough of all companions. I didn't even think about that. I do think if you're playing solo, at least for me, I was doing 3 regular heroes with 1 companion. With the ultimate goal to do 4 regular heroes, that's too much. That's too much for me. So I do think I'm going to go back to maybe 1 or 2 regular heroes and maybe 2 companions. But I love that. It makes the companions a lot more simple. So if you're playing with less than 4 people, it just makes it flow a lot better. Ultimately, I love this game. Coming in at number 3. Let's see. Can't imagine what could be 1 and 2. Yeah, man. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. It was a really tough list. We got a super chat from Matthew Rose. More live top vids, please. They are coming, my man. There's definitely going to be one more coming up. That's going to be my top 10 of all time. And I was thinking of possibly my top experiences of 2022, maybe, epic moments that I've had during these playthroughs. I'm thinking about it. But yeah, definitely more top vids coming soon. So thank you so much, my man. Really appreciate that. Aeon's Trespass Odyssey is my number 1. Very cool. Listen to Silverfish. What's up, my man? Andrew needs a Colin to make Oathsworn number 1. Every Batman needs a Robin. We got Jason. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Barrett. What's up, my man? And Trespass to be here Tuesday. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Let's see. I think that was Matt. I wanted to give you props for this video because almost every top 10 is pre-recorded, not live. You rock. Thank you so much, dude. Really appreciate that. Okay. That is Oathsworn. So what could possibly... We got games falling. What could be my number 2? Well... That is, let's just put it on tape. Nemesis Lockdown. Nemesis Lockdown. It was tough. It was tough. I do really love this system. I had a lot of really cool games of this. It is hard, but my word, just traveling around through this space station. And having to, that whole power system, the contingencies, the space pods ejecting, are you going to have to go out onto the surface? There's a lot that this game has going for it. I love it. I love the card action system. A lot of the heroes or the characters have the same kinds of cards with a little bit of tweaks. The noise system is really cool. It keeps you on your toes all the time. Very thematic. I do feel like I'm sneaking around this space station and I'm trying to avoid everything at all costs. I do really like the original Nemesis. Ultimately, I do like Lockdown a little bit more than that. I think with the power system, when the power goes out, that's going to make your life even more of a pain. But trying to get that power system back online. Do you want to try to take the ejection pods? No, probably never. I feel like it's too hard. But trying to find out what the last contingency is on the board, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I don't think I played with 3 characters yet, but I think the next time I play, I am going to play with 3. I've been playing with 2 at least, and that's been a lot of fun. Just a really thematic game, but it can be hard. It's got stuff like, if you have one serious wound, you can find a card and it says if you have one serious wound, you die, and then that's it. So it can be brutal in that way, but I think the positives outweigh the negatives. I have a blast every single time I play this. The Chitrids were really fun. It added this new element of overgrowth and stuff like that. Just really cool what it has going for it. Just a lot of fun. Lockdown is number 2. Let's see. Okay, you have been redeemed. That is the real deal there. Nemesis is so good. Yeah, man. I was watching a little bit of your playthrough with Kanji. That was a lot of fun. You guys were playing Lockdown. That was super cool. Nemesis looks so good. Yeah, highly recommend this. If you haven't played any of the Nemesis games, what are you waiting for? Just jump in. Whichever one you get, doesn't really matter. Like I said, I do like Lockdown a little bit more than the original Nemesis, but either way, they both provide that same thematic on your toes experience. Can't go wrong with either one of them. I've only won maybe 20% of the time, but I've enjoyed every playthrough, even when the fire spreads and I burn alive. Yeah, that's the thing. And I do feel like it seems like on the channel, I love these brutal games. It's just kind of, Deep Madness, Nemesis, a lot of these games. But that's okay. As long as you're enjoying the experience, that's what it's all about, right? You get rules wrong, who cares, right? Who cares? You have a good time. That's what it's about. So Nemesis Lockdown, number 2. Oh, okay. So this number 1, I have fallen in love with this. I think about this game a lot. I sleep with this game next to me. This game has it's risen so much on my favorite games, and this will be making an appearance, spoilers, on my top 10 games of all time. I love this game. Me specifically, this game just does something for me. I just love everything that it has going for it. This was towards the end, I think it was even December and stuff, they were giving updates that people were just starting to get their games and stuff like that. So this is, to me, a legit 2022 game. And this is Uprising, Curse of the Last Emperor. This game just does it for me, man. I really feel like you have these big armies, and don't be afraid to keep them back. You have to battle. But the battle is so much fun. You're rolling a ton of dice, and you're trying to chip away at the hordes and the legions, and you're trying to get rid of the curses through quest cards and stuff like that. You got your hero over there that's going to be using dice outside of combat, but that hero can aid you with certain feats and items in combat. I just love it, man. This one really gives me a 4X feel of I'm able to build up a lot of these havens. So I'm able to build up my bases to get my resource income going. I'm building up these large armies, and I'm sending those armies out, and I'm doing these battles, and it's constantly like that throughout the entire game. This is another super hard game. I haven't won. Now, I did a live stream with Nemesis Games, the designers. I only played 2 rounds, which I usually play 4. I did win that 2-round game. So there's a little asterisk next to that game. I still have yet to complete or beat a 4-round game. I'm super close. I'm getting better at the game. That's also a lot of fun for me. So I'm super close. But I think about this game. I want to play this game often. This has just been a huge surprise to me. The components are fantastic. It comes with inserts. The standees are these beautiful acrylic standees. The boards are thick boards. The card quality is fantastic. They give you a ton of dice. They're not cheapskates on the dice. You get a ton of them. There's a lot of enemies. You get 4 factions in the core game, and each one of those plays differently. But then when you're tired of the individual factions, or you can just flip the hero over, and so each faction has 2 different heroes that do different things, have different feat cards. The artwork on the tiles is gorgeous. You don't know exactly what you're going to get when you're flipping over these tiles, but you need to go after that tile because you need more resource, of that certain type. Man, this game just does it for me. This is I've fallen in love with this game. It's fantastic. You can tell that they really put their heart and soul into designing this thing. It's taken them years, and they're super passionate, which also helps. They're very active on Board Game Geek, answering questions. Just a fantastic overall company, and they've made a fantastic game. I went all in on the latest campaign. That's how much I love the game. Just fantastic. I absolutely love it. And the artwork is top notch. Everything about this game, incredible, incredible. Let's see. Hey, if you want to get rules wrong, play with Curtis. Yeah. Well, hold on. I'm missing some comments here. Change my diaper and try now. Hey. Oh, man. I wonder where this will be in the overall list. Oh, you're talking about this right here? Yeah, man. I thought hard on that list. That list has shifted. So that's going to be curious to find out. You have to check. I don't think it's going to be next week. It might be the week after. I'll do my top 10. Great number 1. Matthew says, wow. Didn't one of us get the rules for viticulture wrong? Dude, we all get rules wrong. Let's stop pointing the fingers. We all get rules wrong, okay? I thought this might be your number 1. Yeah, man. I've talked about this game a lot on the Discord. I'm really fond of this game. It's fantastic. Let's see. Copy of Uprising All In, but it is really better than Mac and Arcana. Yes, for me personally. But that's what I'm saying. This list was really hard to do, and usually, I don't want to say usually, it's not the right word. I find top 10s really hard to make. I think a better list for me would be my top 20 favorite games in no particular order. That would be a better list for me. Making a top 10 is super hard because on any given day, you might be more into, might be more willing to play one game over the other. But what's your overall experience? You got to take in a lot of factors in determining that, right? Right now I want to play this one game, but I've had much better experiences and a better time with that other game, but I don't really want to play that right now, right? I want to play this other maybe new game, but since I want to play that now, do I rate that over that one? There's a lot of things that go into it. So I think top 20 would be a better list, but people love to see the top 10s, man. And Dan, I think you're going to like this one. Seriously. Sean says, good list. Thank you for your input. Thank you so much, Sean. Really appreciate that. How did I end up in a Dice Chucker family? Love you guys. Love you too, Mike. Yeah. Mike, you like Dice Chuckers, man. Come on, man. Come on. You like Massive Darkness too, right? Haven't heard of this game. Is it super expensive? I don't think there's a retail, which kind of sucks. They just had a campaign. I do believe, is the campaign still live? I don't know if the campaign is still live or not. They just came out with a new expansion, Uprising Titans of the First Age. So check that out on GameFound. It might still be live. I'm not entirely sure. But I forgot the exact price. Nemesis Games did provide me with this copy a while ago. But, man, this... I tell you what, I've fallen in love with this game hardcore. A top 10 or 20 arranged is way more impactful than a top 20 in no problem. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why people, flock to see them, right? Because they want to know. They want to know, what do you have rated over top of these other ones? But it's just hard. It's hard for me because there's so many fantastic games. I think this year has been a really good year for games. I've played a lot of really great games. And like I said, even though some of these are rated over top of other ones, I've still enjoyed all of my playthroughs of these games. I think they were all pretty good. I think the only one... Yeah, they've all been fine. And like I said, I think I mentioned at the beginning, I have playthroughs of all of these games except for 2, which is Lord of the Rings LCG, as well as Skate Summer. Those are the only 2 I don't have playthroughs for. All the other ones, I have a few playthroughs. So, yeah, man. So that is the Uprising is a top tier experience from the game itself to production, insert, and variety. Absolutely. They went all out. They went all out, and they're super passionate. Like I said about the game, they showed they showed it a lot of love. They put a lot of time into it, and it shows. It really does show. And like I said, they're super willing to help out on forums. Answer on Board Game Geek if you have any kinds of questions. They're there, man. And there's 3 guys: Powell, Dirk, and Cornelius, and I feel like each one of them is on those threads helping out. So fantastic, guys. Ooh, top 50. Jason, thought you knew me a little bit better than that, my man. Top 50, no way, man. It's a lot higher than that. I don't know if I asked this in this channel, but who is thinking about going to Gen Con? So that is the plan, Matthew. The plan is, and we've all been talking about this for some time, that Gen Con 2023 we're going to try to go to. At least a few of us in the Discord. Yep, there goes Curtis. We're all going, Matt. So that's the plan. That's going to be our meetup. That's going to be our big meetup. I'm busting my ass to go next year. I'll be going there by myself. Yeah, I think me and my wife are going to try to get this U-Haul truck and just drive that down. Maybe just drop like $1,000 on games or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. I'm kidding about the U-Haul, but yeah, Marvel Champions. No, it's going to be higher than that, man. I don't know. That's one of those games, though, that did it bust into my top 10. I'm not just going to talk about 10 games. It's probably going to be more like this list. It's probably going to be maybe like 3 or 4 honorable mentions. Maybe not 4, but we'll see. But so if it's not in the 10, it might be in the honorable mention. That mention doesn't stang me up again. Well, like you said, dude, even if they do, you can play after, man. You can play after. That's what's important. So yeah, that's the list. That is the list. And I got my brew here. Again, Magic Hydra by Tripping Animal Brewing Company. Fantastic beer. If you guys have not tried that, I highly recommend it. It's got a sour taste to it. Fantastic. I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. Yeah, man, it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. A lot of gaming. Really good time. Holy smokes. Guys, in the chat right now, say what's up to my man, Nate. Nate, what is going on, dude? How the hell have you been, sir? My God, man. My God. What's up, dude? What is up, dude? It's Nate. Nate, my man. Oh, boy. How's it going, dude? Are you just getting here? It's kind of unfortunate. I just did the number 1. I could stick around for a little bit longer. Yeah. That is the and like I said, in the comments, I'd love to hear your, it doesn't have to be 2022 only or the end of 2021. I'd just be curious to hear about what games were new to you in 2022. What new stuff. That can be older games. I was thinking about doing that list at first, but like I said, ultimately it changed to new games of 2022 and at the maybe last 3 months, last quarter of 2021. Yeah, man, we missed you too, man. We have missed you too. That's so cool for you to stop by, man. I hope things are well. Hope the Academy has been treating you right. I know it's been crazy busy for you. Love to go to Gen Con. Got to figure out how to get time off. Hotels are expensive. Sleep in the back of the in the bed of the U-Haul, man. Just bring a sleeping bag and a pillow. I got you. See, I think ultimately that's why I went with this route, because there's a lot of fantastic new games that I played this year. Bloodborne, Deep Madness. There's a bunch of other ones, of course, that I'm not thinking off the top of my head. V Commandos. Finally got around to Coloma. Company of Heroes Second Edition. Company of Heroes Second Edition would absolutely be on this list if I was doing new games to me in 2022. I think Deep Madness would as well. I think that would straight up knock Return to Dark Tower off the list, off the 10. Deep Madness, I'd probably rate that. I'd probably rate that at 7. I'd move Marvel Zombies and all of those down. I'd rate that at 7. If I'm just spur of the moment, where would I rank it? Number 7. Human is a bit of a stretch. Company of Heroes. I'd probably rate that. I'd probably rate that number 5. I'd probably rate that number 5. I really like that game. I love that game. Yeah, I might rate that at number 5. Hero. Yeah, but it's great to see you, Nate. Seriously, man. Awesome for you to join, dude. Again, hope things are well. We miss you. We really missed you, man. Company of Heroes, yeah, man. Company of Heroes, fantastic game. I think the second edition rule changes that they did, man, they are pumping some love into that game. All those changes are fantastic. Do you think speculate Marvel Zombies will go up or down once expansions arrive? It's possible, particularly on this list. It's possible because I think it's going to add a lot more of, it's going to add that element of you playing as the zombies, the hero zombies. So that's going to add this different element. I don't know. They're probably still taking away the searching for the items, which I kind of like overall. So if they continue that, which I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't see why that would be something special in Resistance. It's possible. It is possible. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe not a huge difference, though. Let's see. Did you enjoy Bloodborne or Dark Souls more? Bloodborne more. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bloodborne is more. I know Travis asked this question in the Discord, and I feel like I gave a decent answer to it. But ultimately, I do like Bloodborne more. They both have that dying mechanic, but I think Bloodborne does it a little bit better. The board feels more tight. Even though the monsters are respawning onto the board, there is something about the Dark Souls putting the tile back onto the board, putting these 3 enemies back on. They're just, fodder. You're just doing a single attack, they're dead or something like that. You're taking the board off. Okay, I completed that one. Read the next one. I got to set that one back up. There's a part of that just starts to feel too repetitive. But like I said, I do like the checkpoints. But Bloodborne, with that card play system, flipping your character board and stuff like that, dodging, all that sort of stuff, I do like that more. I do like the item system better in Dark Souls. Like I mentioned, I do think the items that in Dark Souls are cooler. I do think they're, you feel like you can level up pretty fast. So I do like that, and I do like being able to switch easily. But overall, that card play system in Bloodborne, it wins out every time. I do like that. Let's see. Don't forget, folks, tip your waitresses, spray and neuter your pets, and sleeve your games. Yeah, there you go. Sleeves, yeah. Grinch this year. Yeah. I think the list, but like I said, I do think the games overall were pretty good this year. I had played a lot of great games. A lot of Street Masters was another one. Really had a really good time with that. V Commandos, really great game. We just talked about Deep Madness, Company of Heroes. Let's see. I do believe Batman Gotham City Chronicles was new to me this year. I think so. Really fun game as well. Really enjoy that game. I don't think there's... Yeah, I don't think there's too many others. I think Dinosaur World was this year. I'm getting lost in when I played some of these games. Company Heroes 2, like I just mentioned. Yeah, a lot of great games. A lot of great games. Okay, I was just looking at some other ones. But so for the playthroughs coming up, I guess let's just talk about the top 10 of all time. I don't know if that's going to be next week or the week after, but either way, that is coming up. It's either going to be a Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll put out a post again. I'll put out a video. You guys can click notify and stuff like that. I'll put out the post reminding everybody. So that video is coming up. Got a few more playthroughs coming up this year. GKR Heavy Hitters, Giant Killer Robots. Going to do a solo mode of that. Everdell with one of the newer expansions. So I got a few playthroughs coming up as well. I got Dwellings of Everdell, Elder Vale that just came in recently. I'll do a playthrough of that. So a lot of cool stuff coming up. Let's see. I have not, Mike. I have not. I think at this point, and I got out of heads or tails at this point. This is from Too Many Bones. I do believe last time I checked, it was 6-6 for Everdell with the new expansion and Giant Killer Robots. I was going to settle that dispute right here. Let's see. Can you tell me more about the beer on the table? Yes. So Dan, I don't know if you're trolling me or not, but this is Magic Hydra. This is by Tripping Animals Brewing Company. This is a fake can. This is a fake can. On the table because I don't have the beer here with me. But this is my favorite new beer to me in 2022. Fantastic. It's got this sour taste. I mentioned at the beginning I'm kind of bad at describing beers and stuff like that. I do think it was pretty high. Actually, you know what? I do have the site up here. It says sour fruited. It is 6%. So pretty good. It's got some good ratings on here. Tripping Animals Brewing Company. Yeah, 6%. Magic Hydra. Fantastic. The artwork is crazy. It is a 3-headed Hydra on the can. The artwork is fantastic. I forgot which playthroughs I drank it for, but yeah, this stuff is great. My favorite beer of 2022. Okay. Nate already voted. Nate already voted. I saw that. I was like, whoa, Nate voted on one. Oh, is it at 7? Oh, it's at 7. Okay. Everdale's at 7. The beer looks like CGI on my screen. It is. It is. It is, man. It is CGI. I realized that it was already too late in the day. I was like, shit, for last year, I did my favorite beer of 2021, so I got to do it again. So I just curious, good to be skeptical. Good to be skeptical. Yeah, I hear you, man. But yeah, so give this one a shot. If you guys like sour beers, it is sour, but fantastic. It's great. It's not an overpowering sour. It hits you like it's a little punch to the gut, and then afterwards it pulls back hardcore, and then it's this fruity drink. I'll say. I will say watching giant killer robots while eating small woodland creatures is more natural. So here's the thing, though, Mike. Whatever one I don't get to this Friday, I will be playing probably the following Friday. So it's going to be one of those type deals. But if it turns out to be, and I think I was going to do today was the cutoff, but who knows? If I wake up tomorrow and it's 7-7, let's just settle this dispute now. So we'll do heads is Giant Killer Robots and tails is Everdell. All right, here we go. Heads, it would be GKR. So if it turns out to be 7-7 tomorrow when I wake up, Giant Killer Robots it is. Beer's great, pass the lighter. I figured, Matt. I figured. So yeah, guys. Let's see, hour 25. Whew. Are the streams getting a little bit shorter, or what? Going bed before 12 has been pretty sweet. So yeah, I think that is the video. Can probably spend another few minutes, going to hour and 30. I think that'd be pretty good. Just chatting with everybody. So yeah, this Friday will be Everdell possibly Giant Killer Robots. And then so the following Friday is going to be whatever is not played this Friday. And then maybe the week after, Company of Heroes. We'll see. Something like that. And then stay tuned for the top 10 of all time. I want you guys to bring your lists. I want to hear from you guys. I definitely want to hear from you. So bring your top 10s of all time. Top 12s, whatever that might be. I'm really curious about that. I like the robot game. Yeah, it's probably gonna be Everdell, but again, if not, I voted for Everdell. It's probably gonna Giant Killer Robots is gonna be the following week. It seems like if you drop Conan into the game of Nemesis, would he be able to survive? Come on, man. Is that a rhetorical question? I think we all know the answer to that. Look at that sword. Like he'd be able to. The aliens would draw cards that say if they have a serious wound, they die. That's how Conan would do. Steven, what's up, man? How are we liking On Mars with that expansion solo mode? I think Mike's trolling me a little bit here. I have not got that back out to the table. I did play the few rounds of On Mars without the alien expansion, but since then I have not gotten it back out to the table. There's been a few things going on, but I will get that out. We've got Steven in the house. The Golden Chalice has arrived. What's up, my man? Not if Orange Dice have anything to say. Oh, yeah, so somebody asked the question, which of these games have Orange Dice? It was Michael. So let's see. Not Uprising. Those are yellow and red. Nemesis Lockdown, no. Oathsworn, yellow and red. Euthia, I said yes to Euthia because one of the characters does have an orange theme to him. It's the wizard, or the sorcerer, whatever you want to call it. But he does have orange dice, so that is so Euthia does have it. Machina Arcana, no. Massive Darkness 2. Are those orange? Those are orange dice, aren't they? Yeah. Massive Darkness 2. Marvel Zombies, no. I guess if you buy a dice pack, that can be used for Marvel Zombies. The Great Wall, no. Skate Summer, no. Return to Dark Tower, no. And Batman the Animated Series, there's probably a character out there that does have orange dice. I don't think he's in this, not this box, the core box though. Lord of the Rings, LCG, no. And Dark Souls, no. So yeah, what is that? 2 or 3? 2 or 3. Not bad. Not too bad. So yeah, guys. Steven, thank you so much for joining, my man. Unfortunately, we wrapped up. Just to go over it again, 13 was Dark Souls, new core sets. 12 was Lord of the Rings LCG, the revised. 11 is Barman, the animated series. 10 is Return to Dark Tower. 9 is Skate Summer. 8 is The Great Wall. 7 is Marvel Zombies. 6 Massive Darkness 2. 5 Machina Arcana 3rd Edition. 4 Euthia. 3 Oathsworn. 2 Nemesis Lockdown. And 1, number 1 is Uprising, Curse of the Last. Dark Souls does have orange dice. Really? Okay. Dark Souls does have orange dice. There you go. There you go. That probably... It might have been number 12 if it didn't. It might have been number 12 if it didn't have orange dice. Orange dice, man, they are my nemesis. I know, yeah. I love that we've made Barman canon in our group. I know, man. You don't understand, dude. Even when I write down, I write Barman. It's just one of those things. I just write down Barman. Excellent list. Good to be back and awesome to see everyone. Yeah, man. Nate, great to have you back, brother. It's good to hear from you, dude. It is great to hear from you, man. I wasn't worried, but I was just curious to see how you were doing, man. I was just curious. Just like McDonald's, I'm loving it. Yeah, man. So, guys, that is the list. I think that is the video this Friday. Everdell or Giant Killer Robots solo. I don't know which new expansion for Everdell I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to do one added to it. We'll see which one that is. Maybe I'll put a vote in the Discord. And then, like I said, either next week or the week after, top 10 of all time. What are my top favorite games of all time? So that's going to be a fantastic list as well. And more playthroughs to come. It's been a great year. I've had a blast. Hopefully next year is just more of the same. I'm looking forward to it. Gen Con next year. Start saving up now, boys. It's going to be a great time. And yeah, I look forward to seeing all you there. So I will see you guys on the next video. Till then, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Again, special shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much. Truly appreciate all the support you guys have given me. It really means a lot. And thank you so much to everybody else that's still watching the video. Awesome. And everybody in the comments, put in your lists. I definitely want to see them. So, till next time, grab some brews, play some games. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, guys. Peace.